if you don't like a really dark liner color, it's a beautiful eyeshadow liner look. So we will get to that in a moment, but let's first start with our foundation. So I'm going to first prime my face with, this is the Becca Backlight Priming Filt'r. My nail is getting better, you guys. I'm so happy. It just comes in this nice little, I know it's not a company anymore. I got this, I'm gonna do like that much. I got this at Marshall's. Just going to kind of put that all over my face, give it a nice little glow. And I'm gonna try and avoid my eyebrows as best as I can because I just got them microbladed almost 2 weeks ago, and you're supposed to let them heal for 2 weeks before putting any like makeup on them or getting them like fully submerged in water. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been like showering like with my head tilted in the shower so I don't get my eyebrows on my face. And then I'm just gonna press that in, and then I'm just gonna wash my face separately. But I'm very excited for taking like a hot shower and getting my face completely submerged. But yeah, so if they look a little off today, it's just because they're newly microbladed. I got them done about 2 years ago, so I went for my touch-up. I love them. I fully encourage eyebrow microblading because it makes life so much easier, I feel like. Especially if you have like sparse brows like me or like lighter hair color. Okay. Next I'm gonna go into my foundation. I do have a bit of like a self-tan on. I did. It was darker yesterday, and then after we got out of the hot tub, I went in as like this bronze goddess, and I came out like looking a little more pale from all the chlorine and chemicals, but that's okay. So I'm taking my Fenty today. This is in the shade 230. This is my darker shade. I also use this in the light shade 150 for when I'm just more of my natural pale color. Okay, so let's blend that in. But yeah, oh, and I will have everything linked in the description box if you're curious, so in case I miss anything, don't you worry. I've been taking my camera around and actually trying to like vlog so I can make a little ASMR vlog for you guys and do like a voiceover so it's relaxing and not like loud. But oh my goodness, it's scary to vlog. Like, it is so awkward at times. We're here normally, this is like our favorite hotel to stay at, and normally it's not as busy. Like sometimes we'll have the pool completely to ourselves for like most of the trip. But this weekend, well, I first thought like, oh, maybe it's because of spring break, because there's a bunch of kids here and stuff, but there's a wedding going on. But there's also, I guess, like a wrestling competition. So down in the pool area, there's like a sauna and a steam room. And it is just packed heel a little patchy and you need to go in for your touch-up. But yeah, so I'll do my best. But it is funny that when you first get your eyebrows microbladed, because I'm like, I know the process. Like, I know that they're going to look extra dark, extra like thick the first couple of days, because I've done this before. So I wasn't scared. I know that they heal so much lighter. So I was like, you can't scare me. Like, I want them dark and full. But I was like, yep. They're gonna look really good because they were a little crazy looking the first couple days. Okay, I think that's good. Make sure to get your neck and your ears. Okay. Next, let's do some concealer. I'm gonna take a little bit of my tan cut shade and the Tarte Shape Tape. I love this stuff. And Ulta is having their like beauty, I don't know, their beauty 21 days of like beauty deals or whatever. And I got a couple things the other day that I'm excited about. They're, I forget what the brand is called. Oh, and I'm mixing my lighter shade since I'm not as dark with my tanner today. 16 and Fair Light Neutral. Anyway, they're having their sale. And coming up, they're going to have the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm serious, if you're wanting a concealer that does not crease on you, you gotta get it. And it's gonna be half off. I forget what the day is. I don't know what day it is. But it's coming up in like a week. So definitely get your hands on that if you're interested. I love this stuff. But yeah, back to like the vlogging. It is very awkward to do it at times when there's people around. But I didn't think, it's like I purposefully try to make sure I don't get like people's faces or anything. Like, I'm not like disrespectful or anything to people. Or I'll like shut off my camera if there's a lot of people around, you know. But my husband and I, we were walking out for like a late lunch yesterday, and we were the only ones in this hallway of the hotel. And he was just like walking behind me, recording me. And there was this person sitting off to the corner, and my husband didn't even get him on the camera at all. He had the camera like focused on me. And the guy literally freaked out on my husband, telling him to like shut off the camera. He didn't want to be on camera. And my husband's like, sir, I'm not recording you. I'm like recording my wife. I didn't get you on the camera at all. And the guy like lost his mind. I was actually a little like freaked out. I was like, this is why I don't want to vlog, because it makes my anxiety even higher than it already normally is, which is already pretty high around people. But when we were coming back from the restaurant, I was like, please say that guy is not there still. He was just kind of chilling in the hall by a window, but he was gone when we came back. Thank goodness, because I was like kind of freaked out. But yeah, so that happened. But I kept going, you guys. I kept recording and making a fun vlog, and I hope you guys like it. I don't know if it'll come out before this or after. Not sure. The things I use for editing are the absolute worst. face a bit. But yeah, it's been an amazing trip, just getting to relax, not have the kiddos with me. You know, I love taking them with me and going to restaurants, you know, but it is nice eating at a restaurant and not having to play tic-tac-toe for 30 minutes while you're waiting for your food. My daughter loves tic-tac-toe, so we play that a lot when we're at restaurants. Get under your jaw. Get it all nice and chiseled. Okay. Also, something I forgot to show in my last Get Ready With Me. What I like to do for like my like chest area. I just take some like highlighter. Let's see. This one, sorry. I take some highlighter and I just kind of go along. Don't even do that. And I'm gonna wear like a strapless anything. I'll go like get my shoulders a little bit. Like that. But yeah, I like to do that just to give yourself a little sparkle. Okay, I am next going to just go into, maybe I'll go into highlighter and then I'll do my eyes. That's what I'll do. I'm going to be using the Dior highlighter. This is Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. And I'm just going to mix these two together. I think that'll look pretty. Oh yeah, wow. Wow. That's really pretty. I am such a highlighter type. Like, I know it's not super in style anymore to be blinding, but I love it. I love highlighter. You gotta do what just feels good to you. weeks, but almost 2 years to this day. I'm coming up to my 2-year anniversary of deciding to go alcohol-free, which is exciting. I think too, with COVID and like when everyone was locked down, my drinking just really became apparent, where I just could not wait to get the kids down and like make that drink or have that glass of wine. But it never was just one glass or one drink, and I always just woke up feeling really just groggy and like just not my best. And I would get the worst hangovers. I would just like be so sick all day long, and I would like tell myself, all right, that's it, you're not drinking today. And then once like 5 o'clock rolled around, I would be feeling much better, and I'd be like, oh, you had a long day, like you deserve a little drink, you know. And it was this cycle that it just kept going. So I finally decided one day that I was done. I decided that actually a few times, a lot of times actually, but it wasn't until I went on a trip with my friend. We went to Florida and had an amazing time. But on the day that we were flying out, I'm gonna go in now with this darker shade all over. When we were flying out, or that morning at the hotel, our flight was at like 6 a.m. So we had to leave the hotel by like 3:30 to get to the airport and get through all that and still be early. So anyway, we woke up early and we had some alcohol left in the fridge, and my friend was like, what should we do with this? And I said, let's just like pour it down the sink, because I didn't want to like leave it in the room. So she's like, okay. Anyway, I get ready and we're just chilling, and then before our Uber gets there, we go down, we're checking out the hotel, and I notice my friend is like, well, one, she was like falling asleep. I had to like wake her up to go, which I thought was fine because it was really early. But then they were just like swaying back and forth as we were waiting for our Uber to the airport. And I was like, are you okay? I did not know what was going on. I was like, are you feeling okay? Are you sick? Like, what happened in the last hour? Because you were fine this morning when we woke up. I come to realize that they did not pour out the alcohol, and they just drank it, and I don't think they realized how much was left, you know. You kind of think like, oh, this will make me just like have a relaxed buzz, you know, but it was way more than that. So I was like freaking out because they had like our plane tickets and everything on their phone, and like when we get to the airport, I can tell that they are gone. Like they had left the building mentally. They were blacked out, and luckily it was so early in the morning that it wasn't super busy. I'm gonna take this shade now for like, for like my eyebrow. Anyway, luckily it wasn't super busy where there's people everywhere, but I felt like I was dragging a toddler around an airport, and it was not the best way to end our trip, I'll tell you that much. I was like, just stay quiet, don't make too much commotion, please, I want to get home. And so we get on our plane, they fall asleep, they sleep on the ride, it was great. And then we had a stop at a terminal to get on a second plane, and while we were there, they wanted to grab some food So I was like, okay, perfect. Oh, and dude, before we got on the first plane, they had gotten like a coffee and some breakfast, and they spilled their coffee all over the floor, and I was like trying to clean it up. I felt like I was on mom duty, you know? And so anyway, so at the second terminal now, as we're waiting, they get some more food, and our gate, they start loading, so they quickly eat their food and then throw it in the trash, and we get on the plane, and then they look at me and they're like, I left my phone back in the terminal. And I was like, no, like, we're about to take off. So I talked to one of the flight attendants, and they said that they would like call and see, but the door had already been closed, and for safety they can't reopen that. So they said that they would let the people know at our gate if they find the phone, maybe they could mail it to us. But they never found the phone, and I'm pretty sure my friend, when they were throwing away their wrappers for their food, they accidentally threw away their phone. But so yeah, it just wasn't, like I said, a super enjoyable way to end our trip. And it was after that I realized, like, and I don't judge them because I understand that could happen to anybody. That could happen to me. I mean, I've been in situations like that where I'm drinking too much and don't realize it. Oh yeah, I'm taking that shimmery color. I'm just gonna pop it on my lid. Oh, that's so pretty. That's so pretty. But I just was like, this is not for me anymore. Like, I don't really want to mess around anymore with this, and I just wasn't really taking care of myself. I wasn't. And when you're not taking care of yourself, it makes it harder to take care of others, you know? When you're feeling good, it's easier to take care of others because you're taking that time to, you know, fill your own bucket or pitcher. You know, you can't pour from an empty pitcher. So anyway, 2 days after that trip, I went completely sober. I was like, this is it for real this time. And I messaged my sister and I said, I'm for real. I'm going sober forever. And she was like, Jenny, that's awesome, because I just decided to go sober too 2 weeks ago, and it's been amazing. I'm taking my Jaclyn Hill brightening powder now. And so it was so great having someone, one, to keep you accountable. Like when you're hitting a low, you have someone to text and just be like, hey, I'm struggling right now, and they can kind of help you out of it. Like, I was so lucky to have my sister to talk to. There's also apps. I had this app called, like, I don't know, Kick It or Kick the Curb, something like that. And it had like games on it that could like keep you distracted when you felt like an urge to want to drink or whatever. And it also like kept track of how many days you've been sober. So it's kind of fun to see that go up. And it also tells you like all the health benefits. Every day you don't drink alcohol, your body just gets like better and better and like healthier, less brain fog, you know, more energy, better sleep, just like all of that. So yeah, anyway, it's coming up to almost 2 years for me, and it was hands down the best decision I've ever made. And I love it. I love not drinking alcohol. It was really, really hard at first because my friends and I, like, if we were going to just hang out or like go out, we would get, you know, a glass of wine or, you know, that kind of thing. So I had to get used to just saying, oh no, I'm okay. Or I used to just say, like, dude, when I wasn't confident enough to say, oh, I'm not drinking alcohol don't want to really share that you're trying to go sober, you know, in the beginning. That's okay. But it's gotten so much better. Like, I used to think I needed a drink to be like funny or like have fun with people. And then I realized once I got over that, I could still have fun and not need drinks to do that. And I have more fun because I don't embarrass myself or make a fool out of myself. I'm going to be doing my liner now. Okay, I have a mirror here, so I'm going to try my best, okay? Here we go. My eyes are kind of watering. By the way, guys, this eyeliner, I like the way it looks, but it is horrendous. Do you see that? This is a new one. This is brand new. And it is always getting like these little, I don't know if you can see, these like annoying little hairs. I don't understand how it happens either. But yeah, I do not recommend this liner. Because of that. I like more of like a felt tip, not like a hairbrush. But yeah, so once after I went sober, I started waking up early at like 5 a.m. every day, sometimes 4:30, just to make sure I had time before my kids were up. And I started working out and just kind of having that time for myself, and I got really into that. I just like to work out from home. I just kind of do a good Jillian Michaels DVD. My favorite one is No More Trouble Zones. That is such a great workout. The first time you do it though, you will not be able to like walk for like 3 days because you'll be so sore. But then you just kind of get used to it. Your body gets used to it. And you build up strength. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on my liner. But yeah, so I started working out like every morning or four times a week. And then so that was amazing. For my mental health especially. And it's okay if this is a little sloppy because I think I might go over it with some eyeshadow. But then I also decided to go back to school and finish my degree in communications. I had gone to college. I had started 10 years before that, but I never finished my degree. I was working at the time, and I just never finished it. I had my daughter, but so I finally decided, like, I was getting this newfound confidence in myself. I wasn't just numbing all my feelings every night, you know? So I went back to school, and I did it all through Zoom, like online classes. And there was one class I had to take that when I saw that I had to take it, it was actually almost worse because you're having to look at this camera and give your presentation. But the thing is, I'm gonna go in with that dark shade now and just kind of go on top a little bit, just to smoke it out a tiny bit. Pretty. But anyways, alright, you getting distracted. So you would think it would be easier doing public speaking over the camera, but you're looking at this little dot, you know, you can't look at yourself. So you kind of feel blind like the whole time. And everyone else is like on mute. So you're not getting any like feedback from your audience, you know? No one's laughing at your jokes or any of that. So you just kind of feel like crickets the whole time you're giving your speech, which was extremely awkward at first. And I had to get used to it. And then you had to rewatch your videos over and critique yourself. And you had to critique others, which I did not like doing. I pretty much was like, it was an amazing speech, like when I would critique others, because I don't really like saying anything negative about other people, especially if I know they're going to be like reading it. Like that's just cruel. But I did a speech on, you had to pick your topics, and I did a speech on Animal Crossing, the video game, because I love that game. And I was talking, and there were so many rules, like you couldn't, like, there's just so many rules to how you had to start off your presentation. Anyway, the person who like critiqued me was like, I had no idea what she was talking about the whole time. On my critique form, I was like, oh, when you play a game or you're into something, you kind of assume everybody is. You forget that some people have no idea what you're talking about. But I did really well in that class still, because I really, really tried hard. Like in school when I was younger, I did not try my best. Like I got good grades, but I just like didn't do my best. I just kind of made it through, you know, with the least amount of effort. But when you get older and you go back to school and, you know, you're sacrificing time away from your family or, you know, all these other things, you take it more seriously. And, yeah, I did really great in my classes. Graduated with, like, high honors or whatever. And that was also, like, such a confidence booster for me. Reading the feedback from my teachers was, like, the best feeling ever. And, yeah, it just made me a lot more, like I said, confident in myself. And after that, so a while after that, I decided I want to start a YouTube channel. Like, why not? You know what I mean? There's no better time than the present, is what they say. And I'm so glad I did. This has been like the best, just like outlet for me. I've been having so much fun doing this. So if you guys like this video, please let me know if you want more beauty stuff or more chit chats. I want this channel just to be like open and honest and hopefully helpful to anyone going through similar things or all video on that, like what books I read, the kind of sparkling waters and drinks I like to keep in my house, all that stuff. I can go into so much more detail if you would like that. So just let me know too, and I would happily do that for you. Okay, I'm gonna try and hurry up a little bit. So I got this pretty like purpley look going on. I am going to pop on some lashes real quick. Let's see. These are just the lashes I use all the time. I'll have them linked because it's I always forget. It's by Kiss, but it's like their Luxe Extensions Volume Full Set. I just get them in like a pack, and you can reuse them like so many times, which I love to do. Sorry if you guys are hearing sounds. Again, I'm in a hotel room, so there's a lot going on this weekend. Probably some wrestlers putting each other in like a, I don't know, sleeper hold or something. Everyone's been so nice though. Besides for that one guy that kind of freaked out about my husband videotaping me. And then I just kind of stick those on. This mirror's been great. This little one that the hotel has for me. Love it. But yeah, so now like when we go on trips, I like obviously because I'm not drinking, well one, I have like way more energy to actually do fun things. I would used to just like drink and then I would get so tired that I would just want to like sleep. I would just take naps all the time, which I also have hypothyroid disease or whatever. So that also sometimes comes into play with how sleepy I get during the day. But alcohol did not help that for sure. Just putting on my Duo Lash Glue. It's the clear one with the vitamins. Best lash glue ever. But yeah, so now I actually have like energy to do fun things. We go swimming like all the time because of my brows. I couldn't like do any cannonballs this trip, and the swimming pool was packed, like super packed. How much time? Okay. So I bring books. I bring my Nintendo Switch. I brought like some face masks. I just like to have a little, like I do it on a budget, but like bougie on a budget. Okay, looks good. Okay, next I'm going to put on some lips. I just kind of pat off that lip plumper, and then go over it a tiny bit. This is my lip liner I love. It is Brandy Wine. I think it's Wet n Wild. I will have it listed below. Also, just like to overline a little bit. I love a darker liner with like a lighter lip. use Cream Cup. Is a beautiful pinky like, I don't know, pinky color. I love this like on my normal day-to-day. But because my eyes are already so pink, I'm gonna take MAC and Myth. It's more of like a nude. I'm just gonna pop that in the middle. Just to tone down the pinky color, I'm gonna take my Dior Lip Maximizer in the shade 100, or sorry, 001. Gonna add some shine back in because MAC Myth is a matte lip color. Okay. Let's see how it's looking. I'm just going to take some more of my brightening eye powder and just kind of go a little bit under here, get out any kind of creases on my nose. I'm gonna add a touch more blush. I love blush so much. It's a gorgeous day today. Even though it's cold, it is gorgeous and sunny. And then next I'm just going to take a little bit of this shade again and just kind of blow out the bottom a little bit. I like it when my lashes don't look too clumpy on the bottom, and sometimes like eyeshadow can help that. Like that. And then I'm just gonna take my Jaclyn eyeliner and iced pop that right into my tear duct on my Cupid's bow. Just like that. Okay. That is the finished look, you guys. Let's see. That is that. I hope you guys liked this video, this little chit chat video. And if you did, please, please, please make sure to like the video and maybe even subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much again, so much, you guys, for watching it. And I will see you guys in my next video. So, I hope you all have an